Hi, Tier 1 Early Learning Florida Performance Funding Pilot Project Tier 1 participants. We're going to discuss the deliverable 1 that is due on October 31st. It's called Benchmark 1, and we've sent out a few emails, and then we are offering a face-to-face option if you need some help navigating the system. But just in case you're unable to make that, or that you feel pretty confident but you want to make sure you have all the steps prepared, we've created this vodcast to help you walk through that process. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over the benchmarks that are due, and I'm going to switch between my PowerPoint screen and the computer screen so that you can see what types of things you will come into contact with as you navigate the system. There are 5 benchmarks that are due, deliverables that are due in benchmark 1. First is the execution of the contract. We did that on October 5th. The instructor director roster, that's where you reconcile the names of your classes and the names of the instructors and their credentials in each of those classes. You've probably made a few changes since you did the original application, so it's important you go back and make sure that these actually match who's in the classroom now. The next thing you're going to do is the intro to the class online modules. The next will be purchase an MMCI participant kit, and the last will be to schedule the class pre-observation. I'm going to walk through each of these items to make sure that you're clear on how you'll do this. So the first step is to log into the Early Learning Florida Performance Funding Pilot. So if you're doing this activity as you're watching the video, right now you may want to log in and then pause the video so that you can get yourself into the screen that you want. Then you're going to go to benchmark 1. That would look like this. So if I'm going into my Early Learning Florida, I'm going to go to my benchmark 1. So I see here's the benchmark. I'm going to go to benchmark 1. I'm going to click on benchmark 1, and I'm going to see all the items listed here that I need to submit. In this case, I'm using one of our family child care home providers in our area who has already submitted her items so that we can get an idea of what this will look like. So in this case, this provider executed her contract on 10/5, just like the rest of us. So she went in there, she said it was done on 10/5/2015. She submitted it. It has been approved by me, and therefore when we go back and look at her benchmark, we see that it shows an approved status. In the case when you submit it first, it's just going to show as submitted. I will go in once I receive it from you, and I will then approve it based on whether or not you've met the deliverable. So this is the screen that you'll go into. Now that we've gone into the basics, so you've logged in, you're in benchmark 1, let's go to the first deliverable, which is the execution of the contract. All you need to type in the information there is the date you did your contract, and everyone signed their contract on 10/5/2015. So you're going to type that date in and you're going to click submit. That's all there is to it. Because I've already processed your contracts, I know that's what you've done. Now you can move on to deliverable 2 in benchmark 1. Instructor director roster. Make sure that each of your classrooms outside of your infant classroom is listed. Make sure that your classrooms are listed clearly in the names you want represented. So if you call them dragonflies now for your 1-year-old classroom, that's going to be dragonflies. You can't change it throughout the year. If you call it your ones classroom, leave it your ones classroom. Then you want to make sure that the name that is assigned to the classroom, the teacher's names, are accurate and that their credentials are accurate. And you did this during the application process, but some of you have made some changes since then, so make sure that these match. Additionally, they probably will match the list you provided to us on October 5th when you did your contract signing. The next piece, you need to do an intro to class online module. Not only you as the director or family child care home owner, but also all of your staff members. It's a 2-hour training and it's online. To register for this class, you can click on this link, and I have attached this PowerPoint so that you can easily access these hyperlinks. When you go to that website, it's going to look like this, and you will choose the online course. Okay, so remember, you're going to choose the online course, and that's going to then give you the 2-hour course you need to take. If your teachers are preschool teachers, they need to take the pre-K class. If they are toddler teachers, they need to take the toddler class. These product key descriptions are in an attachment to this email as well in case you've misplaced those product keys. You need the product keys so that you can access this without having to pay. So once you complete that class, you'll earn a certificate, and you will then put that certificate into Benchmark 1 under Intro to Class online module. Here you can see where this provider scanned in her completed certificate, and then I'm able to approve her deliverable and once I review it and make sure that it meets the criteria. So that should help with that, because you're going to submit your online module completion certificate. Next, after you've received all your online module certificates, you're going to purchase your MMCI participant kit. This is now $75. It's normally a $150 value, but because you're part of the Performance Funding Pilot, it's only $75. Again, you're going to click on this hyperlink, and when you go to the site, you're going to see that you can add it to your cart. You add it to your cart, you'll be emailed a receipt. You need to upload that receipt. Once I receive the receipt, I can approve it in the benchmark. So here you can see purchase the participant kit. We can see that that receipt has been scanned in. Okay, and on to our next benchmark. The next benchmark is schedule your class pre-observation. This is even easier than it sounds. The University of Florida Lastinger Center will be contacting you. When they contact you, they will give you a window of dates or a specific date for which they will come out and observe your classroom. At that time, you will log into the Early Learning Florida system. You will submit your date, the window date that they plan for your observation. Now, they may not plan to come out till November, and you have to submit this in October, but if you tell me in the comments that they're coming out November 2nd through the 5th, then I know that you've scheduled it and I can approve that deliverable. When you're all finished with your deliverables for Benchmark 1, you will email either myself or Miriam Ortiz here at the Institute for Early Childhood Professionals, and we will then go in and verify that you've submitted all your documentation, that it's correct, and then we will approve you. If you finish this before October 31st, great. Email us, because we'd really like to get a start on approving all of your deliverables. And I think that's it for now. If you have any questions, again, our emails are here. And remember, you can always stop this video and start it again at any time to help you through the process. This will be very easy once you get through your very first set. If you have any questions, again, feel free to reach out, and we look forward to seeing you soon. Thanks.